Hey, 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 you guys. Great morning. Great morning. Come on in. Let me get situated. Honey, I'm trying to get it just right. Y'all bear with me as I get it just right. Great morning, you guys. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, I'm excited for today's word. Y'all, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, the doctor is in the building. Y'all let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Y'all, I had so much fun yesterday. Yesterday was absolutely amazing to me. Y'all come on in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what's going on right now. And what is God doing? Like, what is God doing and what is his expectation of us? So come on in, come on in. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. And once you do that, please, 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 please share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. I believe firmly that there are going to be some keys and some gems that are dropped. Keys to unlock doors and gems to illuminate. Come on, somebody. Keys to unlock doors and gems to illuminate. So y'all come on in, come on in. While y'all are coming in, I got to get my morning cocktail in. Yes, Lord. Yes. All of this traveling that I've been doing, like, it takes a toll on your body. So I'm grateful to have my power cocktail because it has really helped me, even with all the eating that I do, y'all. So y'all know I like to eat. Your girl a foodie, right? But even with the eating that I've been doing, I've not been gaining weight. Now that's a blessing to me, honey, because plus it's kind of curbed my appetite, so I don't eat as much. Okay. But I am super excited for all of the benefits and the nutrients in my little power cocktail. Plus, I like the way it tastes. Y'all, come on in, come on in. Mm. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm. Great morning, Stephanie. Great morning, beautiful. How are you? We got another part two up, Stephanie, on Sunday. Sunday, I'm doing a part two to No More Sabotage. I am excited for that. I'm actually doing part one and two Sunday. It's going to be back to back. So if you know someone who needs part one of No More Sabotage, make sure you let them know. It's the same link, no more sabotage dot. Let me put it up so y'all can look at it the whole time, because y'all listen, this class is really, really changing lives. https:// bit.ly/ no more sabotage. Literally, y'all, these classes have been changing people's lives. I mean, really activating people by getting them out of their self-sabotaging behaviors. The reality is we all have some, varying degrees of them, but we all have some, and so what's been happening is people are becoming aware of them, killing them, and changing their life and changing the game. See, it's an amazing thing when you can do that. Amen. Amen. And Stephanie, this is the other thing. When you have someone, when you invite someone to sign up and they sign up, you get your VIP free. I'm going to give you your VIP free. Good morning. Hey, Juwan. Well, I'm going to try to give you some nuggets before you take off on the plane, honey, because I know you don't have much time. Let me go on and drop this real quick in your spirit. Listen, y'all. Listen, one of the things that's going on right now in this season is that God is giving instructions, right? God has been giving instructions. He's been being very specific in his instructions. He has told us what we need to do. Now, listen, check this out. Check this out. Now he says, forward march. Y'all don't understand. I've been watching Game of Thrones, right? I've been binge watching Game of Thrones, and I have gotten so many lessons out of Game of Thrones. Like, listen, y'all, when I tell you. So I fought it because everybody was watching. I was like, I'm not watching. Listen, but when I started, I said, I see why. Listen, let me tell you something. Now, it's a lot of nudity and some profanity and all that stuff. So if you can't handle that stuff, don't watch it, because there's a whole lot of nudity, a whole lot of sex, okay? But listen, when they would get ready to go into battle, and the instruction had already been given, and then it was like, forward, March. Like, listen, once they gave the signal to go forward, baby, that was the time that you let go of anything that could have held you back. You were committed to the fight and you followed the instructions. You simply did what you were told to do. The goal was to win the war, win the battle. Even if you knew that you could not win, you went forward, right? If it cost you your life, you went forward. And at all costs, you protected the king. You protected the leader. You went forward. Now, let me tell you why this is so important, because you all need to get this. Some of you quit when it looks dangerous, when it gets hard, when it looks like you're not going to win the battle. You just quit. Listen, every loss ain't a loss and every win ain't a win. I'm going to say it again. Every loss ain't a loss and every win ain't a win. You got to understand that what God is doing in this season of your life requires you to march forward on the instructions that he's already given you, to march forward with full confidence, to march forward with intentionality, to march forward with the expectation that whatever happens, you're going to give it 110%. You've got to march forward, march. You've gotten the instructions. You've been told where you're going, what you need to do, what your assignment is. Now go do it. Forward march. What are you waiting on? I don't care if it looks like, you're the underdog. I literally was watching an episode, and in one of the scenes, there was an army, and the army, listen, they were outnumbered badly. But baby, do you know what they did? They went forward into battle as though they were destined to win. Now, if they can do that when the odds are stacked against them, right? If they can do that, why can't we do that? And we know we win. It's not a guess. It's not a wonder. It's not a, well, we might. You absolutely know when you belong to God, you win. I don't care what the situation is. You always win. Everything you do, you always win. Why? Because everything that happens in your life is working together for your good. There is no way for you to lose. You can't lose. Even when it looks like you lost, you won. Because it's all working together for your good. Yes, Stephanie, we're destined to win. It's our destiny. It's our birthright. So what are you afraid of? Why are you pulling back when you've been given clear instructions? Let me tell y'all something. Everything that I do in this season of my life, everything. Listen, I'm just trying to tell y'all, everything I do in this season of my life, I'm like, God, you know the plans that you have for me. You know them, God. Plans for a hope and a future for my good and not to harm me. So if you know all of this and that's your plan, whatever happens, I know you got me, God. So help my ears be attuned to your voice so I can hear your voice. Help my eyes to see what you need me to see. So yesterday morning, I was talking to you guys and I said, listen, I said, there are things that are already done in the spiritual realm and you're just waiting for them to manifest in the natural. Well, sometimes you got to act like in the natural, what's already been done in the spirit is already done so that you can pull it into the natural. So yesterday, y'all, I told y'all, I said yes to the ring. I said yes. I said yes. I said yes, right? Oh my God. People were going crazy. People trying to figure, I'm getting phone calls and text messages because I said yes. And people were like, you didn't tell me. I don't know nothing about this. What do you mean you said yes? I said yes. I said yes to the ring. I said yes. I said yes to the ring. And I got the ring. So everybody's going crazy. I said, I'm going live at 5, right? I'm going live at 5. Y'all, y'all gonna want to be on here. I just said, I'm going live at 5. I said, yes. Ring, ring. I don't know what other emoji I put on there. I put some more emojis on there, right? Thank you, Althea. I'm taking all congratulations, okay? So at 5, I came on, right? And I'm like, y'all, listen, I'm so excited. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Listen, my friends were involved. Listen, my girl was involved. She knew what was going on. I thought that, listen, let me tell y'all something. I said yes to the ring. I got all these congratulations. I accepted every congratulation. I didn't turn any of them down. I accepted all of them. Now the ring I said yes to was a ring pop, right, from the baby, but it was a ring. Okay, I said yes to the ring. Okay, I said yes to the ring, and then I thought about it. I said, well, I did say we need to act like those things that have already happened in the spirit have already happened in the natural, because what it does is it pulls it forward. Mike, leave me alone now. Don't start. You don't start. That's who don't start. But it pulls it forward into our present. It pulls it forward into our present. So all of the congratulations that I got, all of those, listen, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all of my congratulations. Because yes, Stephanie, there's a spirit of expectation. Oh, I'm getting ready to be saying yes to the ring. I'm getting ready to, right? And because I know that I'm getting ready to, then I understand that yesterday was simply a precursor, a preview of what was coming. Just imagine it's a trailer for the movie that's coming soon. Listen, this was a trailer for what's coming soon. And the same excitement and enthusiasm that I expressed on yesterday. See, because when you can have excitement and enthusiasm about something that's seemingly small, the ring pop may have seemed like a small thing, but that baby said, Dr. V, you want one of my ring pops? She gave me her ring pop. She didn't have to give me her ring pop. She didn't have to do that. She had told me she missed me. She loved me. She was so excited. So she gave me the ring pop. Oh, yes. And at first I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. It's okay. And then she said, are you sure? I said, what? Is that green? Is that a green one? Because I'm born in August. My birthstone is the period. Is that a green one? She was like, yes. I said, is that sour apple? She was like, no, it's watermelon. Oh, I might can do that, because you know that blue and red had your mouth messed up for days. Your lips be blue, purple, green, red, like all these colors, right? The green one is very light, so it tends not to leave a sign that it was there, okay? So I said yes. And in saying yes, I watched my live like fill up. People trying to see what was going on. Some people was being nosy. You know, people be nosy, right? Some people just really excited for me because they know I want to be married again, right? But people trying to see what's going on, right? Wanting to celebrate with me, wanting to be nosy, whatever their reason was, they were on the live and there was a message. Guess what the message was? The message was that we've got to be able to celebrate the small things as we expect and anticipate the bigger ones. We got to be able to celebrate the small things as we expect and anticipate the bigger ones. Oh, when that ring come, I was declaring multiple carrots, okay? Listen, unique, because I don't like regular. I don't like ordinary. I don't like traditional. Like literally, I began to declare the things that I am anticipating when I do say yes to the ring, when I do say yes, right? So that expectation is already out there. It's already spoken. It's already given. Yes, got to be unique. I don't want a typical traditional ring. I don't want that. That's just not me, right? I want something that's different, something that represents me, right? And I don't even know that, and I really don't want necessarily a traditional diamond. I don't. Now, if he give it to me, I'll take it. But if he know me, he won't give me that. Okay. So I just know that what God is doing requires us to march forward on the instructions that we've given. Yes, Stephanie, I received that. Prepare for consecutive wins. I received that because I really do believe that we're in a season of ongoing perpetuity, right? I believe that with everything in me. Everything that God has been saying has been around us, moving the things out of the way so that we can move forward in the things that he has in store for us. So what does that mean? Learning how to get rid of your self-sabotage so that you don't sabotage that God is doing in your life. Right? You've got to learn how to do that. And you've got to learn how to identify your desires and where they're coming from. You got to learn to identify your desires and where they're coming from. Because what does God say? He says that I will give you the desires of your heart, but you got to make sure that those desires are in alignment with his will for your life. Make sure that your desires are in alignment with his will for your life. So there's some things that I had to just modify, okay? Some things that I had to modify as it relates to my husband, right? I had to modify things that are not crucial to his identity and his role in my life, right? So there are some things that for me, like, I'm like, okay, I know I need this, right? There are other things that I would like, I think I would like, right? But it's not necessary, right? It doesn't have to be that, right? If it's that, great. If it's not that, but it's the other stuff that I desire that I've got to have, then I'm like, I'm good, right? Althea said, not what everybody has. You can get your birthstone surrounded by diamonds. I really kind of want, anyway, y'all. Anyway, that's another conversation. So listen, I want you to understand how important it is for you to go forward. Stop allowing the stuff of your past to hold you back and to hold you hostage. Stop allowing your mistakes, your missteps, because God uses all of that, right? To stop you from going forward, for believing, for trusting, for taking a risk, for daring. Listen, believe again, right? Believe again. Dare to believe again. Believe in love, right? I'm not talking about fairy tale love, but I'm talking about genuine, authentic, unconditional love. Like, believe again. Believe you deserve it, because you do. Every single person deserves to be loved unconditionally. Every one of us deserves that. And so when God is trying to get that to you, but you are so busy, caught up in what's been done to you in the past, you're going to miss it. It's going to show up on your doorstep, and you're going to mess it up because you don't believe that anyone could love you like that. I watched this movie. Now, this movie would disturb a lot of y'all. Listen, it would disturb a lot of y'all, and y'all be like, Dr. V, why were you watching this? But I watched this movie, and it was about these two boys, and they became transgender, right? And they were, at first, it was one of those things where, they were like running game on these men, right? But a lot of men didn't know that they was transgender. And some of them had sex with them. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. But there was a point where they found themselves with two men who knew who they were. Two men who knew who they were, right? Who liked what they liked, but also wanted to be seen with a woman, right? And it was so amazing because I'm talking about, listen, this man showered her with jewels and travel and opportunities, and bought a home and bought her friend a home. Like, I'm telling you, all of the things that she was working for with these other relationships that, but couldn't really be herself. She found it, and she found love. And the irony is, in her attempts to rescue her friend, to save her friend, she lost her life and never got to fully live out what she had always wanted. But the friend was blessed with a house and this stuff that was able to move her. Now listen, why am I telling you this? Because I believe that one of the things that happens for many people is they get accustomed to playing a role and being what they think other people want, but not being able to authentically be them. At all costs, just be you. Either it's going to fit or it's not going to fit. It's going to work or it's not going to work. but do not change you, and do not try to change anybody else. If it's who a person is, leave them where they're at if that's not what you want. But don't try to change them. Don't put them in a position where you're trying to make them become something other than what they are. Because anytime you begin to change for someone, you also begin to resent that person. If the change is not a genuine change, if the change is not rooted in you, then you're going to resent the other person, and you're eventually going to go back to who you were, right? Or not even to who you were, but to what you were doing. It may be something that you do that you like doing for whatever reason. No, you can't just, don't change that for someone else. Change it because you want to change it, but don't change it for someone else. And don't be expecting people to do that. So if you're with someone and there's something about their life or them that's not meshing with your life, accept it for what it is. Love them where they are and move forward in your life. Every relationship is not a lifelong or permanent relationship. It's not a romantic relationship. Sometimes the relationship is what it is. It is a friendship. It is a business relationship. Come give me some love, baby. Oh, girl, you cute. Oh, y'all, she cute. Have an amazing day at school. Okay. I'll be gone when you get home from school. But I may be back. Okay. Saturday. But I'm not ready for your phone number so I can call you. Yes, girl, call me. You done gave me a ring, girl. You can call me anytime. I love you. I love you too. Oh, guess what? What? Teacher says I got all the hundreds on my test. Hey, I told you, girl. She is. Oh, she is such a cutie, y'all. Listen, that's my baby. That is my baby. She watches my lives in the morning when she gets ready for school. Listen, she be asking her grandmama, where's Dr. V? Where's Dr. V? She is so precious. I love it. She is Auntie Stacy. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. I had my cocktail. Now I got my coffee. I'm good. So, you all, for those of you who are single, let me talk to the single people for just a minute. Listen, y'all, stop panicking. Stop panicking. I need y'all to stop panicking because, hey, Corey, because when you panic, you make poor choices. Stop panicking. Relax. Okay? I have found myself in this place, y'all, and listen, I don't know what's happened, but something's clicked in me. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know. But I find myself in a place where I'm like super just enjoying me and enjoying my life and enjoying my journey. Like, I'm enjoying me, I'm enjoying my life, and I'm enjoying my journey, and I am having fun. Like, when I tell y'all I'm having fun, I'm having fun. Like, when I did the hands up challenge, put your hands up, put your hands up. Y'all, I know I didn't go down far, but y'all listen, I didn't have the right pants on. I got the right pants on today. I'm gonna do a redo. I'm gonna see if I can get down a little further, girl. We're gonna see. I'm put on some sliding shoes so that I can slide down a little bit. I just pray I don't fall. Okay, y'all pray for me. Okay, I'll pray for me as I do this challenge. But even that, normally I might be like, I don't know if I'm gonna put that up because people be so judgmental and stuff. I said, I'm finna do this challenge, y'all. I said, I'm doing the challenge. I'm doing the hands up challenge. They just were laughing at me. Why y'all laughing? Y'all think because I'm 56, I can't do the challenge? I don't have the best knees. I don't have Megan knees, but I can get down a little bit now. Now, listen, I'm finna get down a little bit. Now, I might not be able to get up, but I'm finna get down, okay? And so, even with doing that, like, I had fun. Like, we laughed so much that night. I mean, we just laughed about everything. I just had a good time enjoying my family. And then yesterday, honey, to get people's reactions, to me saying yes and to the ring and stuff, like, it was so much fun. Y'all let Tyler Perry know he need to come get me because your girl can act. Y'all, like, I'm so overwhelmed. Like, oh my God, listen. I was not expecting that. Like, oh my God. Listen, y'all, when y'all see this ring, y'all are going to be like, what? See how I can act. Honey, listen. What you need? Some tears? I can produce them too. Okay. So I'm enjoying my life, even if it doesn't look the way people think it should look, even if it doesn't look the way I think it should look or want it to look. I'm enjoying and embracing the journey without all of the pressure and the constraints and feeling like I've got to be perfect. I just have to be. And that's what you got to do. Relax. Relax. Listen, there are times when you go through things that are painful. And the first thing that they tell you to do is breathe. Why? Breathing relaxes you, right? You got to breathe so that you can relax. Breathe, relax, and take the journey. Because wherever the journey takes you, it's where you're supposed to be. So, for those of you who have missed my announcement, I can't even remember which day I made it. I think I made it yesterday. I don't know. Day before yesterday. I don't know. Anyway, I am moving from Columbia, South Carolina to Bowling Green, Kentucky. Now, I don't know how long I'm going to be in Bowling Green. I don't know. I don't know everything that's going to happen while I'm there. I don't know. But I know that God is calling me to be in Bowling Green in this season, right? Now, I know somebody told me the other day, you lived in 4 states this year. And I have. Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, now back to Kentucky. Who knows? It might be something else this year before the year is out. I don't know. I'm just following God, going with his wind, okay? And that's the key, going with his wind, not mine. Because if I'm honest with you guys, I would prefer to be in one place and still. Like, that would be my preference. But this journey that God has me on is not allowing that. So I'm grateful that I'm in a position where I can do this. In another season, I wasn't able to do this. I didn't have the fluidity. My income was too contingent upon me being in a specific place. And like, I had to do what I had to do. I had responsibilities. I had things where I had to be there. I don't have that anymore. Like right now, I'm in a place where I'm the most fluid I've ever been in my life, other than childhood. And even with childhood, I was stuck in places because I had to go to school. So this for me is something that I've never experienced before. So I am embracing it and enjoying it. And yet it's something that I've always wanted. I've always wanted to be able to just travel, to just pick up and travel because I wanted to, or I felt like it, or whatever. And the funny thing is, as I march forward in this journey of my life, there'll be people who won't understand. And I don't mean any harm. And y'all can take it how you want to take it. But it's not my job to explain it to you. It's not my job to convince you. It's not really your business for you to have to understand my journey. This is my prayer for those watching as I take this journey. My prayer is that you would get serious about your journey and your assignment, that you would really seek God for what you're supposed to do. Because I'm telling you, I think sometimes people resent your ability and willingness to do things that they wish they had the courage to do. See, it's not that I'm never afraid. A friend of mine was telling me, he said, you've always been fearless. And I was like, no, I wasn't fearless. It wasn't that there was no fear. I'm simply courageous. It's different. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to move in spite of your fear. See, I'll go forward even though I'm afraid and I don't know. I'll go forward even though I have lots of uncertainty. I'll go forward even if I don't know exactly what's supposed to come out of it or what I'm supposed to do or how it's supposed to happen. I'm going to say it because God said it. And whether or not you receive it is not my responsibility. It's not my business. Once I've said it, I said it. I did my part. Yes, Stephanie, God did it. This is the best explanation in a season of change. And listen, if you want to debate God, debate God. If you feel like you need to go and talk to God about it or make judgments about my journey, that's your business. I don't have time to be consumed in other people's journeys, okay? Let me tell you, I got enough dealing with mine. Yes, out there on a new assignment at 65. As long as you have breath in your body, y'all, this is the thing. we quit living because we hit a certain number, or we quit thinking that we can do certain things because we hit a certain number. No, I can't do the hands up challenge because I'm a pastor and a prophet. And and what are people gonna think? You gonna think that I can do it or not do it, whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, it's not. Matter of fact, y'all finna be, if that bothers you, what you gonna do when I get in my pole classes? I'm gonna do a whole pole class. You think I'm not? I'm finna do a pole class. I might try Alpha freaking P Valley. I don't know. You never know where you're gonna see Dr. V, where I'm gonna show up. But I'm definitely doing that pole class. That pole class, baby, that's man. Okay. So if y'all see me climbing up a pole, baby, I'm gonna be demonstrating that arm strength. I'm trying to get there. Okay. Now, I ain't saying I'm gonna climb all the way to the top, and I'm not gonna be doing no drops. Okay. That ain't happening. I don't see no splits in my future, but it may be. I don't know. Who knows? But I'm definitely gonna be taking me a pole class. Y'all think I'm not? What? I'm gonna be on the pole in the class. In the class. I'm in preparation. Y'all, I'm trying to get ready for my husband. I'm just saying. See, that's what's wrong with some of y'all. Y'all be missing stuff because you're so stuck in tradition of what you think is tradition. Y'all, please. Shit. Everything God has promised me is mine, and I'm gonna have it all. Okay. Don't be like, baby, who you need me to be tonight? Who you want? What we? Think I'm playing? Okay, I'm not. All right. But because I enjoy life. Like, I enjoy life. Life is for living. When Jesus said, I came that you might have life and life more abundant, like, he meant that, baby. Glory after glory after glory after glory after glory after glory. I'm just trying to reach new glories. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, that might be too grown for y'all this early in the morning. Okay, but that's real. You all, we spend our lives stopping ourselves from doing things that we want to do because we're afraid of the judgments of people. We're afraid of what people are going to say. People already got plenty to say about me. Baby, say that. Say that she climbed that pole, baby, at 56, baby. She learned how to work that pole. Say that, okay? Say that. Go give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me, run it in the streets. Run it in the streets. You might run my husband right to me. Why you sitting up in the church house trying to be demure, okay? He looking for an anointed woman of God that can work a pole. How about that? Both. What? All in one package. I am a total package, baby. Don't sleep on it, okay? Y'all better get your total package together, okay? Whatever that looks like for you. Because for some people, that's not them. But that's me. That's me. That's my personality. Like, yeah. And then after I learned, I'll have to be teaching some classes for the church women's. Liberating them. I'll be making some pastors happy, honey. Maybe I can save some marriages with that. I think that could work. That's a whole ministry. Something to think about. I got to get my skill set up first, honey. Physician, heal thyself. Honey, that's the first thing I'm going to do is heal myself. Donnell said, I won't be in the class. I'm trying to tell you. Now, for those who say the pole is a spirit of perversion, honey, listen. What I read in the text was that the marriage bed is undefiled. Y'all want to have a pole? Have a pole. That's between y'all and God. Undefiled. Like, I'm going for that undefiled thing. They said that is a whole ministry. I'm telling you. But then, listen, y'all, this is why I take my journey the way I take it. So when God tells me forward march, I'm marching forward. When he gives me a vision, I'm going to work. And I haven't always been like that. Now, it would look like I'm like that to people, right? But it's not accurate. Like, not all the way. Like, literally, I have sabotaged myself and things and my endeavors because of things that happened in childhood or things that, would show up, the thoughts that would be recurring that would convince me, well, no, you can't do that, or what if it fails? And I know people think that I don't have those thoughts. I do. I'm human like everybody else, and I have sabotaging behaviors that show up in my life, and I have to consistently work to kill them like everybody else. But it was only when I began to know what they were that I've been able to face them and address them and deal with it. And I still am. Understand, it is a work in progress. It didn't happen overnight, but I'm much better than I was. It is a process. It is a process. Mike talking about go for what you know. Mike, you gonna be sending your wife to me? Over there, let Dr. teach you some stuff. Good morning, April. Baby girl, you done missed some good stuff too today, honey. This been good. This been good. You're gonna have to watch the playback. But y'all, listen, seriously. There is so much that God has for us to do, and he wants us to do it, but he also wants us to enjoy our life. Like, he wants us to embrace life and the journey of life without putting so much pressure on ourselves and those around us. We put so much pressure on us and then pour that pressure on other people. When, listen, make the choices that you got to make for you. Do what you got to do for you, and then allow people the opportunity and the free will to do the same. You're not going to always like what they choose, and they're not going to always like what you choose. And if it doesn't connect and doesn't work, you may not be able to be business partners. You may not be able to be friends. You may not be able to be a boyfriend and girlfriend, or even husband and wife, right? But listen, if you do that, people never forget people who allowed them to just be them. You don't. You don't forget people who accepted you just as you are without requiring you to make changes to become who they think you should be or to move the way they think you should move. No. If you got to do all that, you don't need to be with that person. I'm telling y'all. Now, there's nothing wrong with growth. Growth is a part of the process, but we ought to be able to grow together without putting pressure on one another to change, right? Without forcing the other person against their will to become something that they don't want to become or to do something that they don't want to do. It should be operating in a level of emotional intelligence where I tell you, I feel like this when you, right? This is how I feel when you. Now, it may not affect anybody else like that, but that's how I feel. And this is why I feel that way. I think some of my greatest, I've had some of my greatest, most challenging conversations with my daddy. Because, you know, my daddy's 76. My daddy's been doing things a certain way for a long time. So I have had to learn how to articulate how things affect me, how I feel when certain things happen or certain things are said or done, and be able to do that in a way that doesn't demean him or disrespect him. Because I love my daddy. I never want to do anything that's going to disrespect him or dishonor who he is in my life, the role that he plays in my life. And I always want him in my life. But because my number one saboteur is avoider, it would normally cause me to avoid things so that it could save relationships or so that people wouldn't be upset with me. But the whole time I'm going through, right? And so God has been teaching me how to address things, how to not avoid, and when to just be quiet. Because if you say anything right now, it's probably not going to come out right. You can't always say things right when things happen because it might not come out right. You might need to sit on that thing. You might need to marinate and let God minister to you before you push the send button. Oh yeah, you done typed it all out, but before you push send, let God talk to you. Let him minister to you. Because sometimes you can do more damage than good. And you just need to wait so that you can do it when you're in a different space. So that your motivation is different. So that your reason is different. 10-10, y'all. 10-10. Put that in the comments. 10-10. Right, Mike? Yeah. And that's a sign of maturity. You ain't scared. You're not scared. It was so funny. We had this whole situation, and my daughter was like, my son's girlfriend was scared. I said, that girl ain't scared. Like, baby, let me tell you something. She ain't scared of you, boo. She ain't scared. She is not scared. Okay? What she's doing, I'm telling you what she's doing as a prophet of the Most High. What she's doing is she is trying to salvage the relationship because you were her boyfriend's sister and she doesn't want to damage that relationship. Whatever you got going on right now in this moment, think not that she's scared of you. Don't think that, boo. No, my sister. Don't think that, because you'll be sorely mistaken. Okay. See, sometimes you've got to be the mature one when someone else is operating from a lower vibration. What is a lower vibration? Anger, jealousy, envy, pride, rebelliousness. Listen, any negative emotion is a low vibrating emotion. All those negative emotions are low vibrating. And when you're in that place, you vibrating low now. You vibrating low. You need to bring that vibration up. You need to press the increase button on your vibration so you can go higher. Because when you operate in those low vibrating states, you bring more low vibrations to you. That means that when you stay in that place, you're going to bring sickness. You're going to bring poverty. You're going to bring all these extra challenges and trials and tribulations and drama and unnecessary stuff because you vibrating low. If you want to see what comes into your life change your vibration. That's why the word says, think on these things whatsoever things are good and just and of good report, because that's the stuff that's at the high vibration. So when you vibrate high enough, all that other stuff got to get shaken off, right? You begin to be above the fray. You begin to be above the fray. Once you hit sin, you can't pull it back. You can't pull it back. Once you say it out your mouth, you can't take it back. Even if you say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Yes, you did. You meant what you said. Now, you might not have meant for it to come out that way, but you meant what you said. You meant that. Okay, somebody look up angel number 1010 for me and put that in the chat. Hey, Zach, how are you, baby? Look up 1010 and put that in the chat. I'm trying to help y'all forward march. Listen, these are things that you need to be aware of. These are things that you need to be aware of. You got to be aware of it. You got to be aware of it. You got to know that you know that you know that you know. And when you know, if you know better, do better. See, listen, I'm going to tell y'all. One of the things that, so as I, was in Kentucky over the last week, talking to my uncle met my daddy, my biological daddy. He met him on FaceTime. I was on FaceTime with daddy and I introduced him and everything. So my uncle's talking to him and he's talking to him about me. And when I was a baby, my daddy missed all that. He didn't get a chance to experience me as a baby. He didn't get a chance to see me as a baby. He didn't get a chance to hold me. He didn't get a chance to hear my first words or see me take my first steps. Those were things that he didn't get. So he's watching me do those things in a version of those things in later life, right? So my uncle was talking about how loving I was and how loving I've always been. And it's I really do love people. I really do love people. And I think that the thing that has been most distressing for me is, though I really love people, people don't always really love me. That's a hard pill to swallow. I'm like, why wouldn't you love me? I'm pretty freaking amazing, right? And so I began to develop certain patterns to deal with that, right? Being an avoider, being a stickler, being a pleaser, high achiever, being an achiever, high achiever. These are things that became coping mechanisms for me. 1111. Ooh, that's good, Mike. Mike said, Dr. V, I think you hit on something earlier. You should do a teaching on marriage is honorable, but the bed is undefiled. Sorry for the interruption. No, don't be sorry for that. No, sorry for that. People need to understand. And I've done that before. Like I did a workshop for this ministry, and I talked about that. And I talked to the women very candidly when it comes to sex in marriage, right? And the importance of understanding what your mate likes, right? And I think that's why it's important to have those conversations before you get married about things, honestly, things that you like, right? So if you can't have those conversations, so you're going to run into problems. Because if I'm going to give you an example, this is just an example from my life. While y'all looking up 1010, angel number 1010. So my second husband, we were not married for a year, but we got married because I wanted to be able to have sex, but I wanted to have sex within the confines of marriage, right? And then we didn't have sex on the night we got married. Girl, it was the craziest thing in the world, honey. We didn't live in the same place. We had sex maybe 3 times. And this is what I'm going to say. There were some ways that we was just never going to match. Like, never. Like, because you need to know if people don't like certain things or believe in certain things that you like, you might not make it, okay? Because their desire for those things does not go away, okay? So that means that it can be an opening, all right, for the enemy to use to open a door for things outside of the marriage. So just be honest. Be honest about what you like and what you don't like. You know, if something is something that you like, 11:11. If something is something that you like, be honest about that. Articulate that. And if the person doesn't like it and they're not open to it and it's a deal breaker for you, then break the deal and keep it moving. Okay? But be honest. Be honest. If you like something and they don't like it, can you live without that the rest of your life? I married a man that didn't believe in oral sex. He only believed in missionary sex. And I don't know what in the world I was thinking, because there was no way in hell that was ever going to just work. This is not get ready to work. And it didn't. I wasted a whole marriage because I wanted to have sex within the confines of marriage, which was definitely a desire to do right. Right? I wanted to do right before God. But the rightest thing that I could have done in that situation is just wait. The next rightest thing, and I know there may be some debates on this. I know there may be some debate, is have that bad sex and then be like, ooh, no, I don't want this, and repent. Okay? Rather than creating a union, 11:11 again, a union that had a level of expectation on it that we were not going to survive because the motivation for the marriage was wrong. And that's just real talk. If you're going to move forward in this season, it is time for you to move forward honestly. Being honest with yourself and honest with others. You got to move forward honestly. And you've got to understand that God's desire for you is to have the person in your life that is going to be able to fulfill destiny with you. That's his desire. That's his divine will, right? But he will give you what you keep pressing him for. 11:11 again. Right, Donnell. Not not ever. Yes, April, it's getting deep in here because we got to get deep. We've been surface for so long. We've been on the surface of things. We have to ask the hard questions before entering anything. Exactly, Mike. Exactly. And y'all, the first person that you need to ask the hard questions is you. It's not the other person. It's you. You got to ask yourself, if this person never changes anything about them, ever. I'm not talking about, well, once we get married, then no, no, no. If they never change anything about them, can I love them and be with them for the rest of my life? Me. I'm just talking about me. Can I do that? Now, this has nothing to do with them and everything to do with me. Will I be able to be fulfilled in this relationship? Will I be able to this? Will I be able to give this relationship my all? Yes, Stephanie, deep is where the truth lies. Be real, be true, be honest. Yes. And we got to be able to get there. And the truth of the matter is, the sooner we get there, the sooner we can know whether or not this is something that we need to invest time in and energy and effort. I don't know, y'all. I don't have all the answers, right? I don't have all the answers. And I don't have a magic wand, and I don't have a what is them things? The fortune balls. What are those things? I don't have one of those. But what I do have is this: 5 marriages and 5 divorces. I've got that. I've got some real life experiences that taught me the value of being real and true and honest with ourselves and doing work on ourselves before we connect with someone else. Everything that happened in my life happened for me and not to me. I had to go through what I went through to learn the lessons that I learned so that I can share them with people, so you don't have to learn them the hard way. So that I could take what I went through, because God knew I could go through it and still be used by him, because I wasn't going to let people's opinions of me stop me from doing what he's called me to do. Everybody's not like me. Some people will be shut down because they've been married multiple times, right? And they'll say, well, I don't have anything to say. I can't say anything because I've been married multiple times. No, I've been married multiple times, so I can say some stuff honestly about me, about my choices, about why I found myself repeating that cycle, about generational cycles in my family that I didn't even realize existed like that. But going back now, I see and I understand where some things came from, and about being honest with me about how I saw myself based on things I experienced as a child. And this is what we got to understand. We don't want to deal with the fact that a lot of the stuff that is disabling us in our adult lives happened when we were children. It was deposited when we were children. The enemy began to implant seeds to destroy our destiny when we were at our most vulnerable state, and that was when we were children. So begin to go back and uncover the seeds that were deposited by the enemy to destroy your destiny and remove them. Pull the cover back, look at them, dig them up, remove them, so that you can get to the destiny that God has for you, because you deserve it. Before the foundations of the world, before he said, let there be light, God saw you and your destiny. And he knew you. So you've got to understand that if God saw you before he said, let there be light, and he knew everything that would ever happen in your life, and still created you, had your mama meet your dad, and when they met and did what they did to produce you, there's purpose in that. There's purpose in it. Yes, fulfill without stepping outside of the confines of marriage. Yes, Mike. Tracy said, this is real talk. Yes, ma'am. Let's ask the hard questions to see myself about what I can really handle. Yes, Stephanie, take out the destiny sniper. Yes. Look, I don't know. I watch a lot of movies and TV, and I love action and science fiction. I love action and science fiction. I like romantic stuff too, but I really love action and science fiction, superhero movies, Marvel, DC Comics. Like, I love that stuff, right? But listen, you will sometimes see a movie where people are trained as spies. Listen, they're trained as spies as children. They are sent to certain schools and certain places to live lives with an identity that's not their real identity. And there comes a time when 1212, that sleeper is what they're called, is activated. We have sleepers. They were deposited in us as children. Okay. And we go on, we live our lives, and then something happens and it triggers that sleeper and it wakes it up. And it wakes up its assignment to destroy our life. And then it goes to work, and we're trying to figure out where this is coming from, what's happening. Well, the sleeper was activated, but it was deposited when you were a child. It didn't just come. It's been there. It's been there. A silent assassin working against you. It's been there. And then something happens and it's like full blown. 12-12. 10-10, 11-11, and 12-12, y'all. So what are we doing? What are we doing? And why are we doing it the way that we're doing it? What are we doing and why are we doing it the way we're doing it? God has given you an assignment. Now that you've got the assignment, the question is, are you going to be able to fulfill it? Or are you going to continue to allow your self-sabotaging behaviors and thoughts to stop you? It's $1 million question. But there's a $75 answer. I'm crazy. I'm telling you. Listen, y'all know I hear songs in my head. I heard, my whole life has changed. Yes, that's what I heard. My whole life has changed because now I can see when I step into that place where I'm allowing my saboteurs, my self-sabotaging behaviors to stop me. It's a real thing. And we have to decide that we're going to have real conversations about real things and face real people and be real with ourselves and real with God. God knows everything. Nothing catches him off guard. Nothing catches him unaware. We have to decide that we're willing to be real and honest. And even if it looks like we're outnumbered, even if it looks like we're going to be defeated, that we hold fast to the knowledge of our rightful claim. Game of Thrones is all about people's claim to the throne. Who has the strongest claim to the throne? Whose claim is most valid? And how you maneuver to get there. And you won't sit on the throne unless you're willing to deal with some difficult things. It is an honorable thing to desire the position of wife or husband. It's honorable. It is. But you need to be honest with yourself and one another in order to get there with a person where you'll be able to stay on the throne. Some people have sat on thrones that they were not prepared for, not equipped for, and other people move them like puppets. Don't let that be you. Learn you, discover you, find you. Find your assignment, your purpose, your mission. God, what is my mission? I talk about this a lot. You know, I don't want just a husband. I want a mission mate. Like our missions align and we take over the world together. Like that's what I'm looking for. If you ain't got no take over the world spirit, you cannot be my husband. Wrong. Okay? I'm your husband. God showed me you my wife. No, he didn't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And you don't want to take over the world? Mm-mm. You want to take over a city? Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. You don't want to take over nothing? Mm-mm. You don't want to live large? Oh, you not my husband, baby, because my husband got to be able to have a vision to live large, because that's my heart's desire. Because I want to live large so I can impact large. Baby, let's impact this world. Let's do it. Yes, Darnell, a mission mate. But if you don't know your mission, how you going to know that that's your mission mate? Because you don't know your mission. Find your mission. That's our assignment. Find your mission. And when God gives you instructions, follow those instructions. And when he says forward march, march forward and know that he's got you. Corey, you done said something right there. They be wanting to take over you. Like, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. And not because I'm afraid of submission. That's not it. I can submit. But I've had practice in submitting to people that don't know what to do with my submission and who violated my submission. Doesn't mean I won't submit again. It simply means that I'm not submitting to a man that doesn't know what to do with my submission like that. Nah, when you start showing me you don't know what to do with my submission, when you start mishandling my submission, I might be out. Probably will. Might not even take me long. Submission is power, and it's powerful. It's one of the most powerful things that we have as women is our submission. Stop giving it to people that don't deserve it. They're not worthy of it. Okay. 1111 brings great challenges, but also great opportunities. It has a magnetic energy that to it other like-minded individuals who are here to change the world. Okay. This number enables individuals to see at a deeper level than at a what? Deeper level than most people because they are wise and spiritual. Angel number 1111 often appears for those who are interested in a career that involves creativity, skill with words, technology, or anything else that requires some element of change or transformation, a deeper level. Stacey, can you drop 1010 and 1212 in there? Because all of those kept showing up. 1010, 1111, and 1212, which are sequential angel numbers. Like, pay attention to sequences. When you see things in sequences, there's always a reason. Last night, I went shopping at the Goodwill. Okay, at the Good. Yeah, where did I go shopping at? The Goodwill. I went shopping at the Goodwill, and my tax was $3.33. $3.33. So I've learned to pay attention, and it deals with abundance. But it says it's not abundance. Abundance may not come in the way you traditionally think about abundance, right? So I went to it also said that the angel number 333 is associated with letting go of things that no longer serve you. What happens at the Goodwill? People let go of things that no longer serve them so that people who can be served by them can get it. Let me say that again. People let go of things that no longer serve them so that people who can benefit from them can get them. See, this is why let me help y'all real quick. God just dropped this in my spirit. Let me help y'all. You holding on to somebody that no longer serves you, but there's someone out there that they would serve, but you're preventing them from being served because you won't let go, even though it no longer serves you. You're holding on to people that no longer serve you, but you're preventing them to be able to be a blessing to someone who they can serve because you don't want to let go or you're comfortable. No, ma'am. No, sir. Not fair, not right. Let these people go. Call me Moses. Let the people go. Let them go. Let them go. And forward march. Let them go. Let them go. So you can go forward and they can go forward and you all can step into the destinies that God has prepared for you, even if those destinies are separate. Oh, I'm not fooling with y'all today. I'm going to get off here. I've been on here an hour. Listen, all this to say this. In order to move forward, you got to be willing to go deeper than you've ever gone. You've got to accept the assignment that God has given you, your instructions, and know that you've already gotten the victory. Your victory is destined. You're destined to win. Okay? It's your birthright. God has already declared it. It's already been established from the foundations of the world that you win. Be courageous enough that even when you feel the fear, that you move in spite of the fear so that you can get to the place that God has for you to be. And watch God do what only God can do. Look, y'all look those angel numbers up yourself. 10, 10, 11, 11, and 12, 12. Look them up. See what they mean. But I know this. What God is telling you is a confirmation of what he's been speaking to you in a number of different ways, because it's time for us to march forward. Stacy said, angel number 1010 is a positive number that signifies success, progress, and positive change. Be sure to take advantage of the blessings that are coming your way. There's 1010. There's 1010. Listen, all of it deals with change. All of it deals with transformation. All of it deals with blessings, right? Change implies forward movement. It implies forward movement. You're going forward. So walk this thing out fully and completely. Now, before I get off here, I'm going to go ahead and do some individual prophetic words. If you want an individual prophetic word, put a 1 in the comments. Put a 1 in the comments. If you want an individual prophetic word, put a 1 in the comments. I'm doing No More Sabotage this Sunday, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Part 2 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Part 1 at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Part 2 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. April. It is in the things of the deep. It is in the things of the deep that you'll find your answers. It's in the things of the deep that you'll find your answers. God is taking you deeper because there are some questions that you've had of God that he can only answer when you go deep. Deep in your life, deep in your relationships, deep in your desires, deep in your heart. Think in your thoughts, deep in your thoughts. Like, you've got to go deep, and the answers that you are seeking are in the deep. The answers that you're seeking are in the deep. Now, I don't know all of your questions. I don't know what it is that you've been talking to God about, but what I do know is you've been asking God some very specific questions. And he said, if you want the answer, you need to go deep. Go deep. Go deeper. The answers lie in the deep. Mm-hmm. Donnell. I keep seeing shift with you. I just keep seeing shift. I just keep seeing shift. And there's a reason. Ooh, y'all. Something is breaking. Something's breaking. April said, wow, I received this. You're on point. Because it ain't me, it's God, y'all. I keep seeing shift, Donnell. I keep seeing shift. It's some stuff that has broken up in me today. Y'all will notice that a lot of times when I do my lives, I end up having to spit. But it's because as I do these lives, God begins to break things up in me. And I begin to purge them. And so that's what that is. So that y'all know. Just so that y'all know that y'all not like, what in the world? But I keep seeing shift with you, Donnell. I keep seeing shift. There's a shift. And you're going to have to shift. And it's a shift. You just going to have to shift. You got to shift. And it's not one thing. It's several things that you got to shift. And you not shifting is holding you hostage. It's holding you hostage to complacency. And God is ready to give you greater. But you got to shift. Nobody can do it for you. Stacy. there are hidden mysteries that God is revealing to you. Like he's revealing hidden things. In fact, when you read the word now, and God is calling you to read the word more. When you read the word now, he's going to be showing you things that you've never seen before when you read those scriptures. Like literally, it's going to be like an uncovering. It's going to be an uncovering of the mysteries of the word of God. Like he's going to be showing you things, and it's to take you what? Deeper in him. It's to take you deeper in him. Stephanie, in the song Yes by Shekinah Glory, there's a part where she says, come on up a little higher. God is calling you higher. He's calling you higher. He's calling you higher. He's calling you higher. And that song is significant to you. He's calling you higher. Your yes is going to call you higher. Your yes is going to call you higher. So expect that. April said, I've been feeling the pull to go deeper lately. My spirit is pulling. Yes, 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 Darnell. Shift. Yes, yes. Jessica. This is what I hear. How deep is your love? How deep is your love? There's a song, and I think it was the Bee Gees that sung it. It's an old song, girl. You're too young to know this song. But it said, how deep is your love? Your love, how deep is your love? I really need to know. That's what I'm hearing. How deep is your love? How deep is your love for God? How deep is your love for you? How deep is your love in your relationship? You got to ask yourself some questions and be honest. And in your honesty, you'll get the answers that you've been seeking, because you've been asking the questions, but you haven't wanted to see the answer. Yeah. Answer that question, and it'll give you clarity. It'll give you clarity. Amen, Stephanie. Amen. Listen, you guys, if you just joined and you want an individual prophetic word, put a 1 in the comments, and I'll give you the word that the Lord gives me for you. In the absence of that, though, you're welcome, beautiful. You are so welcome. I love you. In the absence of that, you guys, this is what I'm going to say to you. Forward march. You got so much greatness in you not to go forward. It's time. It's time, and God is waiting on you so that you can get to destiny. There's a throne that he's prepared for you. It's got your name on it. It's all set up, and nobody can take it from you. Go get that seat. It belongs to you. Listen, you guys, go ahead, register next Sunday. This Sunday coming up, from at 5 p.m. is part 1. At 8 p.m. is part 2 of No More Sabotage. You can do them all at one time. Afterpay is available. You can do it in 4 payments. Get the VIP. The VIP comes with an hour, 1 whole hour of time to talk to me about your saboteurs, your plans, like what's next, all of that. And you're going to want that. You're going to want that. It's going to add to, what you do in the class. The classes are amazing, and you're going to definitely get breakthrough when you come in with the right heart and right mind and right spirit. I'm telling you. 11:11. Stacey said, it says a lot, but it's also saying that you have made mistakes like all other people, but you should leave them in the past. It is time for new beginnings and better things in your life. Bloop, bloop, and bloop. Let's get it. Look, you guys, I absolutely love you guys to life and life more abundant. I pray that the word blessed you. If the word blessed you and you want to sow a breakthrough seed, honey, you're like, Dr. B, I don't want to take the class, but I know I need to put a seed on this word that I got. Go to Cash App, $DRV Walters, Cash App, $DRV Walters, or PayPal.me/DRV Walters. Sow that seed and give the seed an assignment. Don't just put the seed, but give the seed an assignment. What do you want that seed to do in your life? Listen, I love you guys beyond words and beyond measure. And my prayer is that today you will understand that everything that you've gone through has been designed to prepare you for this moment in your life, to prepare you to move forward, to be propelled into your destiny, to be thrust forward, to have all of that extra stuff shaken off of you so that you can get what it is that God has for you. I love you to life and life more abundant. Have an absolutely amazing, incredible, and epic day. Be blessed. Mwah.